What's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
Caught me by surprise, but I didn't know you were there.
I want to throw a quick apology out there because when I hit live, but then it delayed, so we only got the last part of that branding video in there for Farace. Sorry, Farace.
Don't be apologizing to Farace, okay? He's over there drinking Mai Tais by his pool, hanging out by his tiki hut, chilling when he should be here.
Are you crying? Are you crying?
Exactly.
That was an accident, but that was actually pretty fitting. Right?
Yeah.
Let me close
this is
video.
gonna be one of those shows, people. But welcome to the PIITV show, the Put It in the Book show. We love our Howie. He's a great radio man, so all respect to him. Now, right here, am I pointing to you?
Hey, you got it right.
Oh, I finally got it right. Right here to my left, but really to my right is Mr. Lares and my co-host for the day. What's going on, Lares?
Not a whole lot, man. It's been a really rough week in Metland. So I'm trying to, small doses and not try to DFA the whole team just yet. So other than that,
you can't DFA the team in June.
I can DFA whoever I want.
We're in first place, by the way. Okay, we're in first place. We are in first place. I see nobody next to me. I don't care what they look like. It's filthy over there. I don't like it. So we're in first place. The Mets are in first place, people. Don't forget that. Even you, Mr. Lares. Come on, Pete. Come on. Give me some kind words for the Mets. Give me one sentence. Kindness, happiness, joy.
Let's get over this. Let's get over this losing streak, guys. Come on. How about that? Is that a happy thing?
You can't even fake it. You can't even fake it. What's wrong with you?
Here's a positive spin. You want a positive spin? I got one for you.
Oh, okay.
If we haven't been the best team in the last year and we went on this losing streak, we would be in third place. But the opposite is true. We have been the best team. And because of that, we've endured this losing streak. But we need to cut it out now.
Okay. That was almost positive. That was almost you're getting there. Maybe by the end of the show you'll be a little happy. But you know what? We're gonna talk about our starters in a second. Because guess what? We don't really have any. Apparently something happened to them. We lost Senga. Okay. Should be back by mid-July. I'm just gonna say mid-July to the end. Yeah. To say mid-July. We lost Tyler McGill conveniently when he started sucking, but he's gonna probably be out for June, July, or something like that. Okay. Our general manager has done a great job of bringing guys in and keeping us loaded. That's why we have a guy like a Paul Blackburn, who's like a B-C level. At his best, he's a B-level starter. At his worst, he's garbage. But he can be average, and that'll keep us in games. That'll keep us in games most of the time. So what are we gonna do, Keith? Are we gonna look at this injury list, Keith? Look at this injury list. What are we gonna do? We got Beatty, rehab day to day. Vientos, rehab late June to July. Montas, he's actually gonna be coming up next week. So, and he's only been getting shellacked down in AAA. Shellacked, Keith.
Well, I'll let you finish because you just.
Well, I got a couple more guys. I got Siri, who just re-hurt himself. We don't know what he's going to do. We have Winkler late July. The sphincter, Winkler, he's late July. Kate Kranick, he's on the DL. He's big part of our bullpen, do 3.5 something ERA. He's done a great job for us.
Yeah.
So we're getting hurt, and the guys that are up there apparently are not doing what they need to do. But we're going to talk about them in a second. Let's talk about our starters. Okay, we have two big guys. Guy 7-3 with a 1.5 ERA. He goes down, Mr. Senga. He'll be back in July, but can Montas replace Senga, or at least give us enough innings to replace Senga until Senga gets back prior to the end of July? What do you think about that?
Well, let me start from the beginning of what you were saying with the injuries, right? So, yeah, we do have depth and everything, but there's only so much you can endure. We're probably at that breaking point. So we need people to start coming back. The good thing is people are going to start coming back. We're already into the second half of June. A lot of those people will come back, July, probably after the All-Star break. But we're starting to get that back. We just need to hold tight. The Mets have been playing really well. It's a long season. These stretches are going to happen. It happens to every single team. It's a matter of enduring them.
2 series in a row, bro. Tampa Bay and then the Atlanta. So that one hurt. That one hurt a lot because I have people ringing me on my phone from Atlanta.
Yeah, me too.
Talking nonsense to me. Okay, we can't go through that. We can't get swept by Atlanta.
Getting swept by the Braves is like the worst thing.
It's not. Listen, when I say Atlanta, I don't mean the city. I mean the Braves. The city's great bunch of people up there. Been there a few times. Love it. The Braves hate that organization.
Traffic sucks,
they
but
deserve. They deserve nothing but the worst. Okay, I hope everyone. I hope the stadium doesn't have any lights for the next 3 weeks. Okay?
Me too.
That's how vicious I can be. Okay.
I hope their plumbing backs up and it's filled with sewage. So Senga, it all started with Senga's injury, all of our kind of woes. But, I don't think one has anything to do with the other, honestly. It just so happened that when Senga went down, we started just kind of nosediving. I think
it was about to happen, right?
It was about to happen, yeah. I think the starting rotation is fine. They didn't play that good for that long if they weren't really good. They're just on a bad streak, and they just also happen to be in a bad streak together. And I think it's going to get better, and I think it's going to get better soon. And as far as Montas, I don't like him. I remember watching him in spring. I remember one game they took him out, and then like an inning later, somebody else came in, and then he went back out to the mound to pitch. I guess in spring training you can do that.
Yeah,
I don't
know.
But he was all over the place. Everything was a full count. Runners constantly on base. I'm really not thrilled with Montas, to be honest with you. It doesn't excite me. Oh, we're getting Frankie. What does excite me though is that Manaya had his, I think, a first rehab start or a full start. I'm not sure in the minors. I didn't see the video.
He had a good rehab start.
Yeah, I'm excited about Manaya coming back because he revolutionized his pitching. His own approach to pitching and his arm angle and everything else last year, and it really caught on. And I'm excited for him to come back. I think he's going to do amazing. And then once Senga comes back, we're going to be at full strength. But in short, I'm not excited about Montas. I'm hoping it works out. I mean, he's a Paul Blackburn, in my opinion, same kind of level pitcher.
I've seen him be pretty good, Keith. I've seen him be pretty good. I've never seen him at a Senga level or even the level that Manaya had last year. So I don't think he's that type of guy. Like he's an average to sometimes a little bit above average type of pitcher that can help. Give you some solid innings. That's what you want right now. That's what we need right now because we're bringing up a kid today to pitch against the Filthies. We're going to talk about that towards the end of the show, but. That's we're digging deep. We're starting to dig deep now. So these guys have to start getting themselves ready. Montas. I don't know how I'm going to say it in English or Spanish. If I say it in Spanish, it's Montas. So I'm going to go with that. Montas, you got to come up and help us, dude. You can't come up with that ERA that you just had over there in freaking AAA, where they're beating you like a baby seal or something like that. That's crazy.
No, they're eating his lunch.
They're smoking him. Okay, so is he one of those guys that can come up and once the major league lights turn on, his major league level talent turns on and he becomes that guy? He's gonna have to because he hasn't proven anything yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the English pronunciation and call him Montas right now. Emphasis on ass until he proves himself otherwise.
You're already dogging on the dude, man. He hasn't done anything yet. He hasn't done anything good or bad, so you shouldn't dog on him yet. But actually, that's a good dog. You remember that one. So when he does bad, which he eventually will, and most of the time, I'm glad he wasn't signed long term, and I'm glad that we have young guys coming up. That's all I'm going to say for Montas. Okay.
Everyday Met says Senga, Manaya, Peterson, Holmes, and Montas. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty. It is definitely pretty good.
Montas is our fifth starter, but he's not a hope to fix our rotation. Is what my point is.
Well, this rotation is going to be a 6-man rotation anyway. Okay, because they have to give Senga and Manaya coming back. All these guys are coming back from injuries, and Montas himself. Time. Another day or two sometimes to recover. So if they play around with a 6-man rotation, keep Blackburn in the mix. Miguel comes back. Keep one of the rookies from the minor leagues can come up. If this guy can do a good job up here, Blake Tidwell, which he's going to pitch today, then maybe he can stay around for a little bit.
Farace's making a comment, but this is a mutiny, so I'm not putting any of his shit up on our show.
No Farace stuff.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, Farace. We're raising the black flag, the pirate flag today.
Yes.
We're doing some mutiny on you. You all right? Get off the show, okay? Go drink your drink, whatever it is you talk, Farace.
If you're gonna watch the show, be on the show. Otherwise, just take a hike. This is a mutiny.
Guess what? You can call
the Laris Rodriguez show, and he'll probably call it the Rodriguez Laris show. But either way, this is our show now, so just take a hike.
Call the landline. We'll put you on.
Yes.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about our offense, okay, which is pretty bad. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. How are you going to get shut out all the time? You're going to get shut out, and you're going to get swept. You're going to lose 2 series to Tampa Bay and then to the crapland Braves. Seriously, dudes. Come on,
Tom has something to say about that. Hey, Tom.
What's Tom?
He said, "He's starting to get worried, guys. We won 7 in a row and playing relatively poorly, and it's coming back to bite us." Yeah,
that's 100%.
Yeah,
you can't rely on your pitching the whole year. Okay, our offense is offensive. If I'm being truthful here, they suck.
It really is.
They suck. What's that stat called?
People in there is the guy we complained who wasn't clutch last year, which was Alonso, and
he wasn't clutch last year, but he's
but this year
extremely.
And I said, people, I don't know what I was intending on the second one. Maybe Lindor, but he's been playing a little.
Well, Lindor's been he's got game-winning home runs this year. I mean, the guy is doing it all. He's got a busted up toe and he's out there playing.
But during his body language at the plate is kind of like, like he just looks like he's deflated. He needs to get his.
Sometimes there's a lot of games in the season. Let's look at it this way, okay? Let's think about this for a second. There's a lot of games in the season. He's playing with a broken toe. He's playing basically the most demanding position on the field besides pitcher and catcher. Okay, because those two are more demanding, and people should realize this, that pitching and catching are the most demanding positions in baseball, followed by the shortstop. Okay, after that, everybody else is almost basically the same. So he's one of the good guys.
He's not.
No, this is not even directed at you, bro. This is just an explanation of what I think that is. My opinion. That's
a good point. Yeah, I mean it's exhausting. And right now we're on a 13-game streak. Jeez.
Oh, what's that score? What's that title? RISP, runners in scoring position.
RISP.
Okay. Yeah. RISP. Okay, they should take that S out of that, and that's what the Mets offenses do.
Runners in position.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in offense. We got that offense.
Oh yeah, we get RIPR. Rest in peace, runner.
RIP, the rest in peace offense.
Okay.
They have to get better. I
gotta address this, Rodriguez. Bohan just put out there. Can't play the Rockies all the time. That's harsh.
That's true.
It's true. But it's harsh because we played really well against the Dodgers. We won the season series. We played really well against a lot of good teams, but we also took a crap against several other teams. So I think the jury's still out on that. I don't think that's a fair assessment to say that.
I think he's right, but also at the same time, we beat down the teams that needed to be beat down. So if the Rockies are the worst team in baseball, we beat them up. If the White Sox are bad, whoever's bad, we took advantage of them. And most of our years, we usually don't. We play down to their level and play them in tight games. But we're taking the bad teams, we're beating them up, taking series from them. Okay. However, We can't lose to the mediocre team. Tampa Bay's a mediocre team. Okay, the Braves right now are a mediocre team. These guys, we have to take cities from them just to keep them smushed down. If anything, psychologically, let these teams know that we're the best team in baseball. And for a minute, we were. And the Dodgers knew it, and all of baseball knew it. Okay, so these guys have to start taking it upon themselves to be better hitters. Okay, my question to you though, Keith, is where does the coach come in on this? What does Chavez? What's his responsibility here? Because the offense is stagnant. It looks like they don't even know what they're doing when you have men in scoring position.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? These guys are professionals, right? So what I always say to myself is there some kind of different pressure or different approach they're taking when there's a runner in scoring position? Because from a fan's eye, and I mean, obviously a long 40-plus year fan, but as from the fan's eye, myself, it doesn't look like they're really having a different approach. Is it mental because they've been doing bad, and in their mind they just keep saying, I got to get this hit, and putting that pressure on themselves instead of just playing baseball? Like I truly don't understand why they're not performing with runners in scoring position.
I mean, technically good hitters, right? Supposedly good hitters.
Right. You know, it's baffling to me. I don't get it. To me, it's got to be mental, because physically they look like the same at bats. If somebody's on or somebody's not on, I think they're getting in their own head.
But see, that's part of the problem, though, Keith. When there's people on base, but the strike zone gets smaller. The pitcher has to pitch to you when there's runners on base, so he's going to stay in that strike zone more. And you can't be trying to do the same thing that you do when there's nobody on base or there's one person on base. With people at first, second, or second and third, you kind of have to shorten your swing, and you got to get those guys over. That's your job. I don't care who you are. Alonso,
literally, choke up on the bat, choke up.
Remember Rusty Staub? We're going way back. But hitters like that, you see some of these hitters, some of them will choke up a little bit, but your job as a hitter is to get these guys over. It's not to hit the grand slam home run or wave your bat around once or twice like that. That's why Alvarez has to learn that lesson. As young as he is, hopefully he'll start to learn that lesson, shorten that swing up. He's a powerhouse, dude. You see that kid? He's like a bulldog. He's yeah, exactly. He has a lot of power,
and he has flashes of the ability to be a great defender. He just does some bonehead stuff at the plate and sometimes in the field. And it could be youth. Do you think maybe Alvarez needs a little bit of the Traxel treatment? Send him down, regain exposure in his head.
I don't think he needs the trash can treatment, if that's what we used to call him. But he needs, I think, different. My opinion, again, to me, it comes back to coaching. That having one foot down all the time, being on only one knee, is ridiculous. You could see how he can be a good defensive catcher that way, because he can't jump and block the ball. There's lots of balls that are going to get by him. Lots of balls he's going to arm. He's going to throw his arm out and try to catch it with just his glove. So that's a bad coach. That's a bad way to catch anyway. Okay, so Alvarez has to get that fixed, or the coaching staff has to get that fixed, in my opinion. Yep. So how is he gonna become a better player if he doesn't feel confident behind the plate? He calls a good game. He has a decent arm. So those two components are there. It's just that hopping back and forth defense that he doesn't have, and he lets a lot of balls go by.
He's gonna have a little chutzpah.
He's got to have that, and at the end of the day, when you play bad defense, it affects you in the head. You go up to the bat. You try extra hard to make up for it because you just made a bonehead play, or you let a ball go by that you should have blocked, and then here we go, trying to hit a home run. You hit the ball into the outfield, you pop it up, and you strike out. So these things are young player things. That's why when Vientos came back last year, he didn't have that, remember?
Yep.
He came back determined, putting bat on the ball, and as big as he is, guess what? Baseball's just started to fly. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a good point, right? Because, and then I think there's such thing as confidence and overconfidence. And in Vientos's case, I think he came back with a little bit of overconfidence. This is my position. This is I made the team. You know, like there was no question in his mind. And then all of a sudden, Beatty started hitting, and he wasn't hitting, and then he got hurt. And I got to be honest. When you start going down like that, you are at extreme risk of losing your position. I think honestly, in the long run, Vientos will be our long-term third baseman. But that's my opinion. Nobody knows, and he's in rehab too, I think now, right? He's working his way back. So
yeah, he should be back. All these guys, it looks like from the injury report that all these guys will be back mid-June, end of July, the main guys, and we should be able to handle. We have enough talent on this team to be able to get us through that. However, the talent has to step up. Okay, so our offense is bad. Chavez, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what their game plan is, but that's something that needs to be looked at. The same way Hafner at one time was basically a non-coach to me. He wouldn't even come out to talk to the pitchers. Now he's a more involved coach. Now they got their famous pitching lab, and they've done wonders. So I praise him now. I'm saying you're doing the right thing. Even though sometimes he's still a little hesitant to go out there and talk to the pitcher, sometimes he really needs to cut that pitcher up and just go out there and just slow the game down for him.
Yep.
Talk to him. That's your job, right? You're the pitching coach. You're supposed to be the senior person there. Give them your mind. Let them know what the situation is, what they should do, what they should throw. Go out there, right? Don't you think?
So I think pitching and hitting are the same in the sense that your approach, like a pitcher's approach, like you can look at a pitcher and see if mentally he's just out of it, or his arm angles are off, or his windup is off. Like he's just all up inside of his head that all his mechanics are just not working right. And in batting, it's similar. He could be opening his stance too wide. He could be leaning back too much. He could be holding the bat too high. And I think those things need to really be examined by Chavez. And I also think he needs to take some pressure off of them. Like, maybe do some fun activities, like take them, clear their heads is what I'm trying to say. I think it's also a psychological thing. Baseball is very mental. And I think somehow they need to just reset them a little bit and get them back to having fun. What is it? Everyday Mets put a comment up here. Mets stop small balling and becoming a home run team. Now, I don't know about that, but that's kind of what I'm talking about also, the small balling, having fun, paying attention to fundies. I think that hitting needs to do that. Sacrifice.
I'm glad you talked about pitching, deep pitching and offense here, because at the same time our defense is not up to par a lot of times. Okay, we've made some really bonehead plays. Okay?
Make some great plays and then equal them with bonehead plays.
Yeah, but the bonehead plays should not happen. What should happen is it should be steady. Okay, championship don't make bonehead plays and then spectacular plays. That's how you lose games. So
you remember in 2015, the World Series, basically that's how we lost it. KC just outperformed us on all the fundamentals.
They played, and that, I'm going to talk about defense in a few minutes too, as we're ending the show, because I want to bring this point up to you. Now that you brought our defense has been lacking. Like, I'm glad Pete brought that up so I could talk about that real quick. We need to get a little bit better on defense. But guess what? Today's another day. We're going to play another game today. But before we play the game today, we are going to talk about our All-Stars. I know we have at least two. Keith, I know we have at least two. I'm going to go on a limb here. Lindor. I'm going to say he's going to be a starting shortstop. And I'm going to say that the polar bear gets in for sure. He's got fantastic numbers. He has to be at least the backup to Freddie Freeman if Freddie Freeman goes in before him. And Soto should get in because he is probably the best, top 5 hitters in all of baseball. And is there a chance one of our guys can get in from this time? You think if Hanning or the ex-Yankee guy plays a little bit harder, but throws a few zeros up there, they can get into the All-Star game?
I think the ex-Yankee guy is probably a really good candidate. He's been doing really good.
Don't say his name. Don't say his name.
We'll just call him the ex-Yankee guy. I think he's been doing really, really good. I think he has a good shot. Diaz has had a couple games lately, but in general this year he's been really tough. I think he has a good shot.
Peterson, Keith?
So I like Peterson. I don't know where he ranks. He is a lefty. I think he probably ranks top amongst the lefties and stuff. But I don't think he gets the recognition he deserves. And I'm okay with that. I don't give a shit. Perform for the Mets. But I don't think he gets the recognition he deserves. Who is the Dodgers manager? Okay. Maybe he will, because what's his name, the Dodgers manager? Thompson? No.
Dave something. I forget his name.
Okay. Whatever he is. Yeah, he knows Peterson because Peterson has dominated Ohtani, has played really well against him. So if he's picking the staff, yeah, Peterson might make it. So I changed my mind now that I'm realizing who the manager is for the National League.
You talked yourself into an all-star bid for Peterson.
Yeah, he might have a good shot. Yeah, he might have a good shot. That'll be interesting to see.
Well, I think he's played very well. He's pitched very well this year.
Lindor is ahead in the voting. I don't know where Pete's at, but get out there, Metsies. Vote for our Mets. I think I got to check.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What they got to do. Us Metsies, you guys got to go vote. Okay, I'm gonna vote as many times as I can. Trust me. All you Metsies, go out there and vote as many times as you can. Get all the Mets you can get in there. Most of them deserve it. I think every Met deserves it. Even if you pick a bone against Soto for not hitting 300 right now, but at the way he's going, he's going to end up with over 30 home runs, 100 RBIs, 100 runs easy. So he's gonna be a beast. So vote for your team, guys. Get your Metsies on the All-Star.
I remember when the paper ballots and George. I don't think he's watching this, but I'm sure he'll watch it later. George and I used to go to Shea Stadium as kids. We were, we basically walk down Roosevelt Avenue and go there, but we would take stacks of ballots and just punch out every Met and then everybody who's not a Yankee and just submit our ballots for voting. Yeah, so that's kind of what we need to do. Let's vote for our boys because Lindor needs to be in there. Yeah, and Pete should be in there too. I mean,
Pete should definitely get in. Definitely.
I don't know if he's going to start though. This first baseman is some pretty good first baseman out there right now, but for me, he deserves to start. But let's see how it goes.
I think he's as good as any of them out there, and he deserves to start because the numbers that he has, they're very, very good for half the season. Okay, yep, the polar bear's back, and he's eating baby seals. So just be careful, all right? Anyway, let's talk about our horrible. Oh, you gonna say something? Okay.
I gotta put this up. It's Everyday Mets. He's throwing some good comments out there. He says, if a Mets game is played on Apple TV and nobody watches it, did the loss to Zach Wheeler really count? No, that's not happening. We're winning on Apple TV.
That's a very good point, man. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. I'm glad you brought that up, Keith.
Look at that.
Surprise. Look at that.
Talking
about synergy. All right, and Farace said all these bad things about you. Unbelievable, Farace. So today, we got a 3-game series starting today against the Philadelphia Filthies. Okay, yep. The third most hated team by me, because I got Skankies, Braves, and Filthies. They're right there. Okay, but a very good team nonetheless. Okay, they're tied with for first place with the greatest team ever, and they're doing a good job. I saw them the other day, which I wanted to take a look at them and just see how they were playing. And let me tell you something. They play some really good defense. Okay, those guys are playing really well. They're playing really good defense now. They don't have your favorite ball player on their team, Keith. I think he's hurt or something like that, not really playing. And I don't want to name. I'll let you talk about him.
Crapper.
You could talk about him. Give me 1 second. We got Blade. Oh God, Blade Tidwell pitching for the Mets. Okay,
With a 14 ERA.
14.7 ERA in the major leagues in his one appearance. But in AAA, he's done decent, I would say, with a 4.74 ERA, I believe.
So let's ask the question.
500 record.
Does it really count?
Wait, don't ask that question yet. But it's going to be a tough outing for this kid. If he lasts 5 innings, it'll be a blessing. Although he struck out 11 guys in 5 innings at AAA, so he has 95 plus stuff. Good change of pace. So if he pitches smart and keep these guys a little bit confused, he could get through 5 innings. He's a young kid, so we're hoping that that's what he does. And we're facing our ex-Met. Okay, she ran out on us. She pitches for the Philadelphia Filthies. Her name is Zachy Wheeler. Excellent pitcher. Gotta give him all the respect he deserves. He's a very, very good pitcher nowadays. I hate him, but for tonight's game, Keith, if you want to talk about your guy not being there, that's fine. What do you think is going to happen for tonight?
If I had to say what I honestly think is going to happen, I think we're going to lose.
Okay.
I think we're going to lose, and it breaks my heart to say that, but it just kind of stacked against us. But on the opposite end of that spectrum, if I were to throw some hope out there, Tidwell is a rookie. He has been doing well in AAA, which is essentially major league reserves, right? The
pretty close.
It's one AA and then
one level down, yeah.
Yeah. So he's been doing well, and a lot of times when these rookies who other teams have not really faced come up, they can blow their mind and pitch amazing. So that can happen. That's where some of my hope lies. And I'm also hoping that some of the team leaders, the Nimos, the Lindors, have given everybody a bit of a kick in the ass. I'm hoping to have some kind of player or locker room meeting where they're just like, what the WTF? Like we need to go out there and perform. And everybody responds to that. So that's a little bit more hope I have. But we're going up against Wheeler, who is a Cy Young candidate almost every year in the last few years. And it's going to be a rough go. We need to get to him early, score a couple of runs, and hope that Tidwell holds them down. And we get to their bullpen and rocks them out. We're in Philadelphia playing, right?
Right. We're away.
Yeah, we historically have some really good offensive numbers there. Hopefully this is also a wake up for our bats. We'll see. That's all the hopes I have. But if you ask me, I'm going to say we lose tonight. Unfortunately,
you're saying we lose tonight. Okay, I'm saying that we have a good chance to win. If you look at it in the sense that he's a rookie pitcher, they don't really know him. If he pitches his game, he'll be pretty good. We've hit Wheeler before. We know what he does. We know what he throws. Yeah. He is the Cy Young candidate, a great pitcher, but get on him early. Don't let him settle in. Don't let him get into a groove, and just do the best you can. We have had some great offensive moments against Philadelphia in their home stadium. So even though we're leaning towards a loss tonight, we're hopeful that the other things pan out and we get a W to stop this 6-game losing streak that we're in. They should really feel some pressure, and they should really feel that they have to stop this tonight. It's a national game, so we need to show up and show people that we're a contending team. But if we lose today, no big deal. Tomorrow we got Griffin Canning. Okay, he's been pretty good this year, dude. I think 6-3, 3.80 ERA. And unfortunately, we're going against a guy named Abel, however you want to call it, 2-0, 2.21 ERA. Pretty good pitching, I'd say. So I know Canning can hold these guys. I know Canning can pitch against them. He's a smart guy. If he stays the same as he's been all year, he'll move the ball around, do his thing, give us 5 or 6 innings. Our job is to get our offense going again, right? Our offense has to show up this series, or else we're gonna get stopped.
Couldn't have said it better. I mean, they've been just laying goose eggs up on the scoreboard, if you want to be.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. I'm not broken by this because, like I said earlier, you don't perform this well all the way this far to be a bad team, but it's pretty disheartening watching these games these last.
Don't be broken. I can see it in your face. You're starting to get down a little bit. You gotta. Well, you're gonna get your shot to Wakata the heck out of them. That'll lift your spirits up a little bit. Okay, you feel
everything's low energy right now. I'm low energy, loud.
You're gonna build up that Kamehameha
we need some wins.
Your thing.
Yeah.
So you think today is a loss again? Tomorrow will be a loss again?
I think tomorrow's a toss-up. I mean, and I'm only basing this off of how the Mets have been performing. Mm-hmm. I think we're a better team than them, to be completely honest, especially without Bryce Harper. They do have good pitching, but I think in general we're a better team. But I think the way we've been performing, I think tomorrow is a toss-up game. I give us a 50-50. I give us a win on Sunday when Peterson's pitching. I know I'm jumping ahead, but
it's TBD though. They didn't say that yet. They gave the Sunday game a TBD from what I saw earlier today.
Let me see.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll be glad to hear that.
No, they could have changed it. I mean, I thought I saw Peterson was pitching. I can't find it. But if it is Peterson, I'm giving us the win. If it's not, it depends who's pitching. If I had to go out on a limb and say, what is your absolute prediction for this weekend? I'm going to give us 2 out of 3, only because I think we're just going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think we're going to do 2 out of 3. If we lose tonight, then I really believe that we'll win Saturday and Sunday, because we just have to. You got to put that pressure on yourself to become that team and become those type of players that are big in big situations. You can't let a losing streak go like this. 6 in a row, we're getting shut out.
You're such a good team. It's just
someone has to wake up. It's got to be somebody on the offense right now, because we're not scoring. All right.
The top 4 in our lineup, it is making well over $100 million a year together, and I'm not saying that because you get paid you should perform. But what I am saying is they're getting paid because they perform, and they're good players. So they need to kind of live up to their reputation that earned them that pay and just start hitting. I mean, Tyrone Taylor's doing a pretty decent job. We got Terens catching tonight. I'm kind of grateful for that. Hopefully he gets a couple hits in there. McNeil's been looking halfway decent too. I mean,
you can't be sporadic, dude. You can't be sporadic when your pitching staff is hurt. You have to be consistent on offense, and you have to be consistent on defense. That's how you're going to keep winning games. Otherwise, you're going to get shut out and you're going to lose games.
It's like the bike chain keeps falling off. You got to adjust the back tire and pull it a little bit to put a little more tension on the chain. We don't have that tension on the chain right now. We just it's just not working. We start pedaling and
Winning cures everything. We start winning again, everything starts to look a little rosier. Okay, we're gonna go to ups and downs.
So let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So, since you're saying let's go, let's go. Let's get this show done. Let's get ready to watch the Mets kick some Philadelphia rear. Okay, what do you got to say, Keith, as we're signing off? Because we got a special sign off today, and I'm gonna let you know in a second. But I want to hear what you have to say today to these people, to give them hope, to make them feel like we have a chance to beat this team tonight. Are you going to flock at that people? I hope so.
I'm going to flock at I always want to flock at Bryce Harper. I don't care if he's not playing. I just want to flock at him. So flock at Bryce Harper.
Come on, give me some more energy. Come on, man.
Flock at
that dog bark.
I got to do like this. Flock at like kind of like.
Oh my God!
Zach Wheeler. Yeah, as the winds grow, the intensity grows. Fakatata, Zach Wheeler, and Kyle Schwarber. You know what? I'm getting pissed now. I'm getting the energy now. Kyle Schwarber. You know what, Kyle Schwarber? Fuckata. Fuckata. Kyle Schwarber. Fuckata. Biatch. Yeah, that's it. Kyle Schwarber, you're my new Bryce Harper. So yeah, that's where I'm going with that.
Okay. And a nice thing now, a nice thing for the fans, for those 3 people that are watching us.
I'm gonna say that 2 out of 3 ain't bad. It's gonna get us in first. We didn't touch on the Brave series. Do you want to throw a prediction on that?
I don't want to. I only want to go. Dude, we're 0-6. One series at a time.
One series at a time. Okay. Yeah. So that's my outtake is Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Zach Wheeler, Philadelphia Phillies, and Mets W. That's pretty much sums it up for me.
All right. Okay. So what I'm going to say is, let's go Mets. Keep the hopes up, people. Watch your team. It's a long year. We're going to go through these lulls. We're going to have bad weeks. We're going to have bad couple of weeks. I hope not, but we are. It's going to happen. We can't go crazy. We've shown we're a good team. Like Keith was saying earlier, we've been the best team in baseball for the past year. If you go from when we started coming back to now, we've been pretty much the best team out there. So remember this, what Farace says, we don't know. Farace sent us a clip, our esteemed colleague sent us
but we're not playing
and he said, mutiny. Are we doing the mutiny on him still?
No, yeah, screw him.
Don't mutiny him.
All right,
this is
fine.
A special little thing. All right, good. I'm glad.
We're just kidding. We love Farace, but we like to break his.
We love to hate him.
So we like to break his.
We love to hate him. He has one. To break his ball. So on my end, thank you for watching. Listen to what Farace says. We don't know what he's saying, so whatever it is, enjoy.
Here's a word from our boy Farace.
6 straight games. You realize that we haven't won in almost a week. Haven't won in almost a week. Lead is gone in the division. We're now tied for first place with those bums from Filthadelphia, those bum Filthies. But guess what? The turnaround is coming, baby. Starting tonight on Apple TV. I know some of you are upset about that, but Apple TV tonight in Filthadelphia is where the turnaround gets started, baby. Whoop them in Philadelphia, and then come the revenge tour. The Braves come to Citi Field this time. Everything's going to be all right. This is a little blip. We're going to be laughing about this come October. Let's go Mets.
So Farace's a big Apple TV fan. So since he mentioned Apple TV, it's annoying me that they're on there tonight. I just kind of want to put this up there again. That's for you, Farace. All right, so that's the end of today's show, everybody. We love you guys. Let's go Mets. Put it in the books.
Later.
Put it in the books.